I meant to say. Did y'all check how I had slid in the opportunity to ask Mike and Duda about that goddamn Trump? Because I hadn't checked with them to see if they was on that Trump shit, right? And not saying that I was able to pull everybody I know or whatever, because obviously that would be impossible. But the majority of them, and then also I can also see on my regular social media, the chatter and stuff like that. But so we already know that the last guy, Ramon, y'all know him, and he's not doing Trump, because remember I showed him. Tony's not, and Mike and Duda isn't, and the name is Duda Chain. That boy got so many names. That goddamn Duda. He made a song with me, baby. He talking about, and got a big old Duke shooter. They just say anything to me. Oh my God, them baby. But anyway, right? And I came up with something, because I had to come up with something, because those relationships, not only just with them, with anybody that I'm close to, related to, jumped up and down on, any of that, you know, that's real, non-traditional. I got a whole bunch of shit going on, right? I would be devastated if I would have to sever any of those relationships over some motherfucking Agent Orange, right? And I would just hope that the people that I deal with and closest related to, now my cousin that was at the funeral, we ain't that close related. Actually, he is an in-law, so how about that? But we got all this, with the children and shit like that. So, and of course, if we consider family somebody that isn't blood and haven't been married into the family and don't have a baby by one of the family members, of course we're gonna have to include someone as family, someone who has had children and was married, to somebody in the family. So of course they're going to be family. So, but again, one of them family members we see at the funeral, or get a phone call, or somebody done, exited, or somebody getting married, or somebody having a baby, right? Or if some deal going on or something like that. But other than that, um, so I mean, my daughter called that Trump sticker at the funeral, but so I had to come up with something, because I know my streak is going too good. It's going too well. Somebody's gonna, one of my close ones or whatever, they're gonna say it. Yeah, I voted for Trump, and I'm gonna, broop. I'm like, oh, what? I'm gonna have a fit and probably start crying. Like, huh? Because I wouldn't want to think that nobody I know would vote for that motherfucker, or even think he's doing good, like him. Huh? Right? I would like to think that, right? But so I had to come up with something. In the event, God forbid I don't run into somebody that I love, Lord, and they like that Trump, they fuck with that Trump, they vote for that fucking Trump, I'm only giving them one chance, one conversation to change their fucking mind. If after that they don't change their mind, then tally ho. I don't know why my mom and them said all that shit, old crazy shit, but tally ho. It's gonna be a problem. I'm probably gonna cry and say the journey ends here, cause there ain't no way I ain't gonna be able to do it. I ain't gonna be able to do it, cause I know me. When I'm on something and something does, especially something like that, and we start questioning character and ethics and principles and your belief in God and your non-belief in all the whole bunch of things. Trust, respect, all that shit goes with that motherfucker. It's gonna stay on my heart, and I'm gonna be harassing your ass daily, trying to understand what went wrong with you. So I came up with that workaround. You got one conversation. I don't give a damn how long it takes. But you say anything about that mother, that Judy, baby. Oh, uh. And I just that I have to stand on. I'm not gonna be, and I'm not gonna be a person who says, those people are the most vile people in the world or whatever, and then, hey, how you doing, girl? What's going on? No, I'm never gonna do that. That's a fake ass motherfucker. My feelings or my position on something doesn't change if, depending upon the person, what that doesn't change. If that child say something, I like Trump, whatever, I had to make sure, because she is absent a lot of black people. She likes hanging around a lot of white people. Okay, I had to make sure, because she was out the house then. I had to make sure. I had to ask her, because I know I raised you right, but you start raising yourself. Now hold the fuck on. Or as I don't get all these, as they say, I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna hold you. Mm-hmm. I can run down a whole list of shit they be saying. Like, I'm so infatuated with people that say less, and I still don't say it right. I think only men can say it, and they sound super sexy and confident when they say it. Like, ooh, they finna handle it. Ooh, he's finna handle it, honey. Okay. Ooh, shit. Baby, and make no mistake about it, baby, I'm always happy. Even when I don't sound like it. Yes, honey, especially when, ooh, child. When you hit, and that ain't even like only one is my main friend line up, but baby, what? Child, please, can't feel with folk like that. But anyway, I and I don't even know if I was fixing to say this. I lost my train of thought. All that kiki and caca I be goddamn doing. But I'm not. I just can't be that way. That's why you see people getting divorces, families just acting whatever, and people don't understand it. You know why you don't understand it? Because you don't stand for shit. That's why. Stand is in understanding for a reason. You don't stand for shit. That's why nobody don't get it. My shit ain't flexible. That's why I get that love and respect, because they know if you can stamp it. The only thing that's gonna make me change my mind if I got evidence that says I should change my mind, because guess what? That's what a smart person would do. So if something, if I get evidence at some point that Trump is a good person and he's did this, whatever that don't seem like it's going to be, that evidence is going to manifest, then I'm going to change my mind. Like, well, damn, I was wrong. Other than that, mm-mm, mm-mm. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I stand on that motherfucking shit. Because I'm not funny acting like that. I'm not going to have a set of principles for you and have a different set for me, or a different set for my child, or a different set for... No, that ain't how it works. Like, huh? Where they do that at? I ain't doing none of that. That's never going to happen. You see how I got in there and asked. Listen, I try. I'm very good at my jobs. Oh, because I already know that I hadn't already checked on the other two. But I already know Tony wasn't doing no goddamn Trump. Much as we done got stayed up cussing and fussing about that damn thing. But, yeah, I'm just saying. And hopefully, Lord have mercy, I got to take that medicine now. I get off this medicine so I can have, and I'm going to have one big ball for everybody. I'm not having no separate this and separate. I'm not having no separate events. Nope. It's too much. One. And then from there, we can get shit back regular. Because, baby, when I tell you, hanging and chilling, having a good time, oh my gosh, the stories. I'm going to get Duda and see, Duda be calling it, everybody's first, middle, and last name. Like my other friends and stuff like that. And I have to go through and edit all that shit. And I don't be wanting to do all of that. But baby, oh my God, they talk about when that boy threw up on me. The guy's number that they was asking me about was a guy, when I say Cole, when I always say Cole, like that, that's the guy number they was asking me for. He's cut with that Puerto Rican. And I don't know why I let them guys cut with that little Puerto Rican. Or that little Indian. Or something like that. I likes that. Or baby, I like me old black. Oh! When they... Oh! But yes, honey. And when you a decent person, whatever, you're going to have a lot of friends, at least one or two. And you ain't got to go get them off the internet. Not none of my motherfucking people that, you hear drops from or whatever. I had to go get off my motherfucking internet. None of them. I'm the only child. And it shall remain that way. However, that does not discount my family that I have on the internet. And see, I don't run my mouth. A lot of these people have been around since day one. Now, some ain't know it. Some, and half of them don't even pop out. But they exist. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's just crazy though. That is just crazy. I just wish um, everybody lived in Jacksonville, right? Because Mike, he doesn't, they not far. Let's put it like that. But I'm trying to tell you, and oh my gosh. Oh, this is crazy. This is crazy, right? So, um, Tim and Tony is in the same friend group, but Ramon isn't, and Mike and Duda is, right? And I have other friend groups. I have Jean, that's a Jean Sharif, the two Roberts. There's a whole bunch of them in that goddamn friend group. It's a lot of them in that Mike and Cole and Duda, and it's a gang of them in that one too. It's like two or three, and with Ramon, it's like it's a few in the Tony and Tim friend group, um, including the dude that used to look like. I wonder if I can go and see if I can find an old picture and show you when, because damn, I didn't put the whole conversation out with Tony when we was asking about Robbie. Oh, his name is Robert. I be damn. Because you know what? That's the one that used to look like R. Kelly. Now he look like Method Man. I don't know how that happened. His name is Robert. Because his nickname is Robbie. And if I would have let that conversation go with Tony, you would have heard. And he said, "You heard from Robbie?" Mm-hmm. And what killed me, I met Robbie through him. So why would I hear from Robbie before he would? Clock that. But yes. And it's a lot of calling that's going to be going on because, seeing what done transpired. Um, it's everybody calling everybody, child. Oh, Lord, what done went down. Anyway, I'm not going to get into that. But, well, I'll say it, fuck it. No, I won't. No, it's not that important. But, back to that damn Agent Orange. I can't stand his ass. And I'm trying real hard to not to dislike those that like him. I'm trying hard, right? And so far, so good. I just don't understand, you know, what was the attraction. If you misunderstood his purpose or whatever, you didn't understand his plan or whatever, then fine, right? But to me, he came out with enough that told you if your shit is lined up right with the Lord and being a decent person, ain't nowhere in hell you would like that damn man. You ain't nothing you can. I don't hear nothing about no motherfucking money or none of that. There's not a change that he could make that will help your motherfucking ass anyway, with any significance, but an extra $100 or $200 a month, if that. Are you insane or something? And I would rather work 25 jobs than to just sell my goddamn soul to a motherfucking Orange Man or Agent Orange. Crazy. Never do that. Can't stand that motherfucker. Mm. Oh, I can't stand him. But hopefully the courts, and I just got to catch back up, but I don't know what's going on now. But hopefully the courts will be able to stop him, and maybe they'll be able to put justice in the way America conducts business ahead of how Trump wants to conduct business, right? You know, because it's sad. It's sad. And for me to look in that refrigerator and see how somebody, my daughter, bought all them eggs because she thought, but she thought that, you know, she was going to run out. It's sad. You know, we wasn't going to have enough for eggs. It's a goddamn shame. But I just can't do them. And it would turn into a goddamn, oh my gosh, a whole ridiculous conversation if that motherfucker would have said, oh yeah, and I like Trump. I would have heard what? Yes. I mean, it would have turned into a colloquy or whatever quick. If they would have said, oh, because all of the precursors are there for them to be Trump people. And a lot of my people, the precursors are there for them to be Trump people. Some of them are affluent. Some of them are, bougie. Some of them are bosses. All of that. But what they are, before any of that, are good people. And I know goddamn well I wouldn't have had it. And now, I mean, that would break my goddamn heart. Because, oh, no, we ain't going to be friends no more. Not like, definitely not like that. I'm not going to be like, cussing you out and trying to throw a potato at your motherfucking ass or none of that. I'm not going to do that. But you will be downgraded to just a nigga I know. Because it wouldn't line up with my principles, which is who I am as a person and how I carry it. I'm not going to say it's good. What I'm saying applies to everybody but my goddamn bestie. I guess that don't make no sense. And so I came up, listen, I be thinking, because I don't want to, I hate to, and I won't be losing my good friends or family members and shit like that, all the extra classifications I have for people. They'll just be downgraded. I mean, all the way down to just niggas I know or niggas I'm kin to. I don't have to fuck with you. You won't be fucking with me. I'm not gonna block you, but you will know where we are. I'm serious, honey. you know, and I bet nobody even understand what I was saying when I put that picture up with all that goddamn candy and shit. When I was saying about the diabetes that y'all said I have. What the hell is? Oh, the bag. Alright. Y'all, did anybody catch it? These damn Mary Janes. It's a damn shame you got to order Mary Jane. Why I have to order Mary Jane? Why? Because I don't go to corner stores. I would have to drive probably 40 minutes to find a corner store. I have to drive to the hood. I ain't got time for that. So I had to order my Mary Jane's, child. Yeah, so now that amount of stuff you see, I done already down. I got those puffs about 3 days ago. I already got rid of that big bag, one of them. I have eaten and eating all that shit, whatever. I ain't gonna put on them about 1 or 2 pounds after eating all that shit. And I'm a person that rarely goes to the restaurant. I don't want to get graphic, but you know what I'm saying. I probably go to the bathroom doing, for that situation, probably once every 3 or 4 days. So yeah. So if I was a person that was regular, like I be hearing people that be regular, and I probably, oh my God, I probably wouldn't waste shit. But this is the reason why I can get them now 35 pounds I gotta remove. It's crazy. But what I'm saying is, I'll come out of him. Probably for a little, maybe closer to 2 months. I've been on those high chews and those peanut chews and those, not the puffs puffs have been about a month, but that candy, that, I've been on that for about close to 2 months, right? And I'm getting tired, right? And my daughter's like, you just got 5 bags of those high chews 2 days ago, and you have another bag. And I be buying 5 little packages every time. So now I had to restrain myself because I also saw that they have little Chico stick, and they have them little coconut long boys. Oh Lord, was anybody back there born with me back there when they had Planet of the Apes on TV? I think with that man Charleston, somebody. I don't know if that was him. I'm just trying to remember fake. Was anybody born back then where the Jackson 5 used to come on? Oh my goodness. Listen. I had to stop myself. Because sometimes when you press place order, you sitting and you're thinking, this is dumb. Like $100 worth of bullshit. That's what it would have been. So I didn't add the Chico stick and the coconut long boys, but I don't know if anybody even remember those. Most people remember just the Boston baked beans and the lemon heads and shit. But when I was young, I told you we weren't allowed to chew gum. I mean, it's not proper etiquette. And that's why. And sometimes if I told you it plays on your mental. I remember I was ordering all that high ass green bubble gum, and I'd be in the room chewing it, and like I'm sneaking and chewing it and shit because I'm having that memory of when I was a child. I'm gonna get in trouble if I get caught with that goddamn gum. Because I can remember stopping to the store before I came home, getting that goddamn gum, chewing, a piece or two of it before I got home. I'm trying to hide the rest of it. And see, my parents go through your shit. And they go through your shit. Make sure you ain't, you gotta be hearing how people change clothes when they got to school or when they go, huh? Like, your parents never ain't go through your bags or whatever. And here's the thing, right? Regardless if, it wasn't like they was going through my bags all the time or whatever. They just know, especially when my crowd not changed, I, started hanging, with my gang banging friends. Of course they would look, what the fuck is going on with this? They ain't never find nothing. I wasn't into no shit like that anyway. We wasn't gang bangers who, was drinking and stuff like that or whatever. I mean, I did start smoking weed with them, but I was the youngest one. Um, they was always one or 3 or 4 years older than I was, but I did start smoking weed with them the summer before I turned 17, but never during school or when I was even, when school was even in. It was just like the summer. But honey, I didn't want to do nothing wrong anyway. I didn't want to get in trouble. And besides, I liked school. There wasn't nothing wrong with school. But I was saying was, back on the Trump shit, I just don't want to be that person. Because it's not going to make sense to me. And it's okay that you be a Republican, but by all means, be one. But just don't support that motherfucker. That MAGA shit, that's something different. That's a different division of Republicans. That motherfucker, baby. And I'm gonna tell you something else. I have and I'm tell you how I am firm on what I say, right? Because I'm not gonna like that the use of the nigger. Okay, now I don't have white friends that use the word nigger around me. None of them people none of the white people that's trying to be black and I don't have none of them type people. I don't know them type people. Okay? But I have a friend that's from up. Is she from Connecticut? She lives here. Where's she from Connecticut? Well, anyway. we were having, because that's when we was doing so much, we was having so many parties and whatever. Oh, and also, I don't know if we all watch reality shows. Y'all seen these people are having birthday dinners instead of parties. Remember me talking about having birthday dinners where you see other, not just reality stars, but rich white people having birthday dinners. Okay. I'm so far ahead of the game. Like parties, and there's nothing wrong with a party, but I mean, I would have to explain um, what having a birthday dinner signifies. So, but anyway, but that mama was supposed to finish telling you about us, not being able to. Well, we weren't supposed to chew gum and shit. Yeah, but anyway, I already told you about that. Maybe how we would get in trouble and shit like that, and it's not proper etiquette, so they say, that you know goddamn gum. But I oh about the nigga shit. I struggle with listening to some of these reality TV shows with these white people that have been incorporated in the shows, and some they use a nigga. Now, some of the people let them use nigga. Some of them want to hit them in their mouth, but only when they get mad at the white person. That's not my setup. The girl, my friend, that white girl who graduated from University of Florida, that doesn't automatically make her a racist. But, it may indicate that if there's ever, that like, they like hanging around us, but if some shit, there's a choice to be made, something, she gonna be white. She gonna sign up to be white. She's gonna raise her hand, let you know she's white. And she's not gonna fight for us. Okay. I stand on what I say with that Trump shit, and it applies to everybody, right? Just like that nigga shit. If it's used by a white person. So, her and I almost got into it because while she was telling that white girl that it was okay to say nigga, I'm telling her that it wasn't. Okay? That, I mean, it's going to be some consequences if you say nigga around me, ma'am. I don't give a damn what she says. And I meant that. I'm not going to okay it for your friend. And when I don't okay it for my friends or nobody else, if that's the motherfucker, the white people I know that I'm cool with, I'm saying, yeah, it's okay to say nigga. Huh? I'm not going to live with that confusion in my life. I'm not. My life's not going to be complicated like that. That's a simple fix. It makes no fucking sense to me. I don't like people that do that. You can't have a separate set of rules with this person. That's not how it works. Now, if you do, that just says something about your ass. Says a lot. But I don't fuck with it. I don't fuck with none of that. Because let me tell you something about my people. Because they real and they stand on principles too. They don't, oh, well, it's okay if this one says it, do it, because on some shit that's not even that, nothing that hectic, right? But I've had, and I'll tell you what is Yvette. She sometimes would feel like I would allow a new group of people or someone new or a different friend set to do stuff that I wouldn't allow them to do. Her and the other girls I met through her or whatever, right? And you know what? On one such occasion, she was right. And I had to check that because majority of people know, do not call me before 12 o'clock when I'm off. That's usually Saturday and Sunday. Don't do that. You're going to get cussed out. Yvette one time was so, and this is when I thought maybe I'm being too ridiculous. When she had to call me and realized it was like 11:58. Oh, I'm sorry. Wait a minute. I thought it was 12. And she was so nervous. I put that on everything. I ain't making this up. That's and sometimes when they do stuff like that, I feel like okay, maybe I'm ridiculous. But when so when I'll tell you who it was. When Key to the City Man had came on the scene and he know he's like I know that motherfucker know everybody. And everybody definitely knows him. He don't play by the rules, as I described. I told y'all, you know how he do with the business and stuff like that. Don't. So he was calling me all hours of the day, and his friends was, and everybody because it was a whole set of a group of I don't know how many people came in with him into my life. I'm like, wait a minute. Hold on. He got a gang of children. There was a lot going on. And she was like, when you let them, and she called my ass out on it. And I was like, you are absolutely right. And I had to lift that 12 o'clock ban from them. And now, everybody calls whatever time. Mm-hmm. Because I have to have my shit aligned up right. If I say it's one thing for one person, it got to be that way for everybody else. If not, I'm a fucked up ass person and a fake ass bitch. I'm never going to be that. Never. You know? And it's so simple to live your life like that. You know, like I don't like when I don't. Oh, I didn't think I played this part, but like that, on one of them reality, just little things, clips I showed, like because most of these women are street women, right? A lot of them have gang ties. A lot of them, you will see them pretty much standing on principles, what they say, you know. So if they fall out with somebody, they don't then go back and lie that person's life up or say, like if they once told them that they had pretty hair, they don't go back and say your hair's ugly, that type of goofy ass shit, right? They'll still, they won't lie on the person or whatever, even when they have the opportunity to do so, whatever. And sometimes that causes friction in with the friends, with the remaining friends, because the remaining friends want that person to to lie on them and say that the person this and the person that and all that shit. And they said, no, I don't fuck with them. I don't fuck with her. But that person didn't do that. They didn't say that. They'll tell the truth or whatever. Because, there a lot of shit that be going on in my houses and stuff. And, I like that. I like, somebody to keep it motherfucking real. I just don't say nothing. I mean, if you don't say nothing, that just means that, you a weak ass motherfucker. And it won't necessarily make you a fake ass bitch. You understand what I'm saying? But if you go along with it, or you take back the compliments and all that extra shit, you're a fake ass bitch. Phone ass motherfucker. I don't like people like that. I don't. Again, I'd rather you not to say nothing. If you are the tiebreaker, I'd rather you don't say shit and you just be a weak ass bitch. I'd rather a weak ass bitch than a fake ass bitch.